Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I apologize if you hear noise outside my window. I live really close to the expressway, so you'll hear that noise from time to time of the cars and trucks riding by, so I apologize for that. Alright, so today's DIY is going to be a mirror and two wall sconces to match. So I was in Dollar Tree the other day and I ran across these mirrors and I purchased every single one that they had. They actually come in 3 different styles. I was so excited, but unfortunately I was only able to purchase 11. I'm really excited to do a DIY. It's going to be super glam and it'll be perfect for the holidays, even into the winter. It's going to be really easy and inexpensive as well. Alright, so here's the first design. Here's another design, and I was only able to get 3 of these, unfortunately. These are the ones I like the best. Alright. So what I'm going to do, on the back, I already took this one out the plastic. It's really well made. They have these screws on the back, so I'm going to have to remove these screws, and I'll show you how to do that. And then I'm going to spray paint these silver, the frame silver. The way that I'm going to do this DIY, you can leave them black like they are. You can spray paint them any color that you like, but they would be just as gorgeous in this color. But I'll spray paint it silver because I want to be super glam and able to use it in my winter wonderland theme. Here's the paint that I'll be using, and I really love this, guys. So I'll go ahead and spray paint all the frames that I'm going to use, then I'll come back and move on with the DIY. Okay, I'm back, and this is what the frames look like after I painted them. Let me move this out the way. So in all, I'm going to use 4 of this particular frame and 2 of these. And because I want to glam them up a little bit more, I'm going to mix some glitter. I'm going to use some chunkier glitter along with this really fine glitter. Then mix it with this Mod Podge and brush it on to all 6 of my frames. But I only just show one on camera, okay? To save on time. Okay, so it's a little thick, so I might end up adding some Mod Podge to it to thin it out a little bit, but let's give it a try. I'm going to let this first layer dry and then come back in with a second layer. And again, I'm doing all 6 frames this way. The paint is completely dry, and I've replaced the mirror and cleaned it. So now I'm going to add some crushed glass to the mirror. And I'll be using Mod Podge to glue the crushed glass onto the mirror. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to take some crushed glass and pour it into this pan. And brush this on. Now I'm going to put it in all 4 corners on this mirror. You know, it might just be easier just to do this. Okay, so I'm done with this one, so I'm going to let this completely dry. And then I'll shake off the excess back into this pan. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to fill in those larger spaces. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just do this all the way around. I'm going to let both of these completely dry, come back, and then move on with the DIY. Okay, so I let all the crushed glass completely dry. So now I'm going to just pour the excess into this pan. I'm going to do 2 more exactly like this because that's what I have left over, and I'm going to use those to make wall sconces. Okay guys, I'm back, and the crushed glass has completely dried on all 6 mirrors. So here I have a Dollar Tree poster board. So what I'm going to do is glue the mirrors onto this poster board. But before I do that, I'm going to remove these top layers of paper. How easily this comes off. Now just imagine you make a project and through a couple of weeks, months, whatever, this decides to separate from the foam board. Then you'll be really, really upset. So the best thing to me is to just go ahead and remove the paper. Alright, so I'm going to do this on both sides and then come back. Okay, I'm done removing the paper from both sides of this foam board, and because it loses some of this firmness when you remove those sheets of paper, I'm going to use this project board from Dollar Tree to make it stronger. And this is a good idea to do even if you decide to keep the paper, but like I said, over time that paper might just peel away from the foam board. Alright, so I think I'm going to glue this the long way because it'll cover it completely. I'm going to use some liquid nails and then glue this to it and then cut the excess cardboard off. Okay everyone, I'm back. This is the very next day. I actually got busy so I couldn't finish this DIY yesterday. So this is what it looks like with the project board attached to the back. And I still have a little bit of an edge over here that I need to cut off. It makes it a whole lot firmer than before. So what I want to do is arrange my mirrors. I absolutely love it. Alright, so I have some more of the liquid nails. And I'm going to glue this one down first. So I have an old butter knife. I'm going to smooth this out. After I was done spraying the liquid nail on the back of the mirror, I put it back in its place. One thing that I didn't do that I would encourage you to do is to put some type of adhesive between each mirror, like E6000 or Gorilla Glue, to make sure that everything has a really good connection. I made sure that the mirror had a really good connection with the board. Now I'll continue to glue the rest of them down. Then I'll come back with the two mirrors that look like this one and create the wall sconces. Okay, so now on to the wall sconces. Now, this is super simple. It has an attachment on the back, and that's just some of the glass falling off. But it has an attachment on the back, so you can just put it this way and hang it the square way. But I want to hang it like a diamond, like this. So I'm going to end up having to put a new hook on the back. So to make this into a wall sconce, I just need to add a candle holder. And I found these cute little candle holders at Dollar Tree. And of course I can't leave this in here. So I'm just going to use the same knife and take this out, take the wax out. Pop that out. Now I still have the wick. So all you want to do is take a knife and just slice it and pop it out. And then wash the inside out with soap and water. It comes right out. You'll have this. So now you just want to clean your mirror, make sure it's really clean. I have my glue gun and my Gorilla Clear Grip Glue. So I'm just going to apply some right down the center here. And a little bit of hot glue on each side. I'm going to have to pick this up to center it. Press it down, but don't put too much pressure because these mirrors break really, really easy. So I'm going to let this completely dry. I'll come back and I'm going to add crushed glass to this tea light as well. Okay, to decorate this candle holder, I'm going to use some mirror tile and some crushed glass. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to remove the backing. So now I'm going to take some Mod Podge. So now I'll brush some Mod Podge on here and then put crushed glass on top. That's pretty much the look of it. So I'm gonna let this completely dry, come back, and put an additional hook on the back, and we'll be done. Here I have my completed wall sconce. Of course, you see I need to come in and clean up the mirror. Here's the original hook. I'll simply remove it and create another hook in this corner. This step is really simple. I'm going to use a really strong adhesive, and of course I'm using the Gorilla Glue. So I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue and put it on the back of the tab along with some hot glue, and then put it in place. Now I'll reinforce it with small pieces of cardboard. Now honestly, it'll be easier to put the hooks on the back before adding the candle holders. But if you don't do it before adding the candle holders, be very gentle when you lay it down to attach the hook. I then reinforced it with some tape to make sure it had a really good connection. I'll let this dry for 24 hours, and then I'll come back and let you see my mirror along with the wall sconces displayed together. And here's my completed mirror and wall sconces set. I had to hang them over my desk in my bedroom because I honestly don't have anywhere else in my home to display them. The lighting is not that great in my bedroom, so I had to bring in a ring light to show you how beautiful all three pieces turned out. I spoke about this DIY in one of my weekly broadcasts. I was saying that it would look really beautiful in a winter wonderland theme, but honestly, it'll look beautiful all year around. And when you need to warm things up a bit, just add some candle to the wall sconces, and it'll bring a really warm ambience to any room. Now, it only cost me $12 to create this beautiful wall decor set because I had everything else on hand already. Now keep in mind, you don't have to add crushed glass. It'll still turn out really, really pretty. Okay everyone, this is the end of my DIY. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Remember to check me out on my broadcast. I'll do another one on Wednesday night. And I do a live DIY on Friday. So please check me out. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It's absolutely free. I would love to have you join my YouTube family. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.